Alright guys, we got a little voiceover action here for a legs and abs workout. As always, we're going to start off with leg extensions here. We got 160 on the stack, and we're going to shoot for 10 to 15 reps to failure. Yeah. Once we complete these leg extensions, we'll move on to squats. And that'll finish it up for the quadriceps anyway. Then we'll have 3 more exercises to complete the workout. So we're just slow and controlled throughout here. Still eating in a deficit. Been doing good for a couple of days on it now. We slipped up 2 days ago. So today is the second day of being good and consistent. We slipped up 1 day this week, so looking not to make the same mistake again. This particular exercise here, for those of you guys that may be your first time tuning in, this is to isolate the quads. And then when we move on to our squats, that'll be the compound movement for the quads. So the back and the glutes and the hamstrings will all be involved with the squats. So it'll help take the quads past not really a point of failure, because we're going to failure with it here, but it'll help them along. And when we do it in a superset fashion. But I believe we're reached failure here. Maybe this is the last rep for the leg extensions. And then I think now we'll move on to squats. Yep, that was it right there. So we'll move on to squats now, and it's kind of a poor angle we got here. I leaned it up against a mirror, I lean the phone up against a mirror, which usually I put the camera up a little bit higher, where it's a little bit better of an angle and we're not blocked by that crossbar right there. But the mirror, the way it was laid up against the wall, and the bottom of it touched the ground instead of touch the platform it usually touches. So I didn't think to check that before starting the video, so I should have maybe checked that and maybe made a correction. But nonetheless, you see what we got going on here. We're just taking this set of squats to failure, be 165 pounds. And we're going straight up and down. Don't want any forward leaning and kind of exploding on the way up there. That leg extension set was mighty intense, and I wanted to make sure I could squeeze every rep out of these squats that I could. So we're controlled on the way down. You don't really need to hold at the bottom. You don't need to go past parallel. Just go to parallel, and then if you feel like you reached a sticking point, just explode up, making sure to use your quadriceps. But you want the weight to move because of your quads, not the rest of your your back or whatever too much. But we're done with that. We'll move on to hamstring curls now. All right, we got the quads wrapped up. Now we'll hit the hamstrings. 1 set to failure with these hamstring curls. We got 90 pounds on the stack, and we're going to shoot for 10 to 15 reps to failure. The rep range for the squats, by the way, was 8 to 12. I think we ended up getting 10. But here we're just 10 to 15 reps to failure, and trying not to let the weight stack go all the way down, trying to keep tension on the muscle if possible, while still getting a full stretch, full range of motion here. And this was the first workout that I've done in a while without pre-workout. I just drank coffee because I thought I was going to do a 3-day fast. I ended up aborting that. I figured if I could do a 3-day fast, I can surely stick to just eating in a calorie restriction daily for the next under 5 weeks. But yeah, we just drank a couple, 2, 3 cups of coffee before coming in, and I didn't eat anything. And I felt really good during this workout, even without the pre-workout. Of course, the coffee's got caffeine in it, but felt like maybe I was more in control, if that makes sense. That pre-workout, as much as I was taking, it was almost like it was having an adverse effect maybe on my body. But might try the coffee thing again. I don't know. We got shoulders and arms next for our next workout, but regardless, should be getting pretty close to a point of failure here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that. That's all of it. We'll move on to calf raises next. And here we go with calf raises. We got 2 more sets to go to complete the workout. First up is calf raises. Second is going to be decline sit-ups. And with these calf raises, we got a 85-pound dumbbell in each hand. Same song and dance is what we've been doing. Not looking to gain any muscle, just looking to maintain. I believe we actually get 1 rep less than what we have been. I noticed when I came in to do this leg and abs workout that my calf, especially my left one, was a little bit sore. I'm thinking it's probably from jiu-jitsu, if I had to guess, because that does kind of wear and tear on you. But anyway, yeah, we're shooting for 10 to 15 reps to failure here, using wrist straps for the dumbbells so our grip doesn't fail before our calves do. And when we start bulking, I think this might be an exercise we either might look to add another set of these or maybe try to figure out a different way to do them. I've got resistance bands that I'm going to maybe try to use for extra resistance. We'll see, but we're going to have to figure something out here because holding the dumbbells is getting pretty taxing, even with the wrist straps. But we want to work the calves, not, my forearms and my traps. So anyway, once we reach a point of failure here, like I say, we'll move on to the decline sit-ups, which has become my favorite exercise for abs. I've done a few different ab exercises that were recommended by Mike Messer, which the decline sit-ups is too, but by far the decline sit-ups is my favorite so far. If you guys are watching this and you stay at home year-round for your job, I would recommend doing calf raises on a calf machine standing, or use a Smith machine rather than doing what I'm doing. I'm doing this because this is what I got at home and on the boat, but this is not the most efficient way to do calf raises for sure. But we just reached a point of failure there. And I'll see you guys back here in a second for the decline sit-ups. This will be the last set for the workout, decline sit-ups, and we're going to add a 5-pound plate, which doesn't sound like much, but on our last legs and abs workout, we reached over 20 reps with just body weight. So I didn't want to overdo it and go up to 10 pounds and not be able to get within the rep range that I'm looking for, which is 12 to 20 reps. However, we're going to failure. So whether it's 8 or 12 or 25 or whatever it is, we're still going to a point of failure. So I think we I mean, we're shooting for 12 to 20, but I think with this we get 19 maybe. I'm not quite sure, but we might look at going up to a 10-pound plate next go around. We'll see. You see my feet there, they're kind of working back and forth on them rollers because it's got a little play in it, and I'm going to fix that here in just a second. Once I get a few more reps in, I figured out a little something where the bar was blocking the view when we were doing squats earlier. I'm going to use that to my advantage here. I had a moment of clarity and decided to use it to my advantage rather than using this that's got the play in it, these rollers. I'm going to stick my feet up underneath that bar and there'll be absolutely no play, and so I can take the momentum out of the equation. It'll just be strictly abs doing the work. But we're just nice and controlled, not getting in a big hurry, really focusing on controlling the movement. But here's what I was talking about. I ended up sticking my feet up underneath that bar for better stability and not having to worry about the play in the rollers. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out when I get back on the boat next Wednesday, because I got that Iron Master bench, and I just got the decline attachment in. Since I've been off the boat, I didn't get a chance to attach it because it came in after I departed, but it'll be there for me when I get on there, so I'll be able to keep tracking my progress with these decline sit-ups that way. But got a little under 2 minutes left in the video. If you guys have made it this far, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Go check out TikTok, which is HitStop. YouTube is HitStop98. We do high-intensity training the Mike Mentzer way. We get some of our exercises from Mike Mentzer, some of them from Dorian Yates, some of them from all of it from really Arthur Jones' philosophy. Go check out the channel Purpose videos, see what the channel's all about. We've made a lot of mistakes. We fell down quite a few times and got back up, and we're still pushing. Especially with the diet. The diet's been the big thing. But anyway, we got a little less than 5 weeks to go for that, so I think we can stick that out. But I believe we just about reached a point of failure here. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.